Okay, can you hear me, Jenna?
Yes, I can hear you. Hi.
Hi. Hello.
Thank you for having me. This is
Of
round
course.
two.
Don't tell anyone. Don't tell anyone. We just tried. So everyone, we just tried to go live, and the vault like it just wouldn't work. I couldn't hear Jenna. Jenna couldn't hear me. It was just chaos.
Yeah,
Absolute chaos. So, well, I just want to say thank you so much, Jenna, for being here. First of all,
thank you. I'm so glad to be here. Thank
yes,
you for
Jenna.
having me.
Yeah, of course. I'm kind of just getting to know a lot more authors and just chat with them just about life, their writing, and their books. We all love books.
Yeah, yeah, that's
Okay,
interesting. Mm,
yeah. Okay, so to start us off, we're gonna do an icebreaker. So,
yeah,
what is the best piece of advice that you have ever received?
the best piece of advice I've ever received
Yes,
in writing.
it can be in literally anything.
I think it is more of something I discovered by myself because I have gone through a lot in my life. And I realized on my own through a very long healing journey that I should not listen to my mind
Mm-hmm.
because sometimes minds just kind of pull you down,
Hmm.
like tell you things about yourself that are not true. For starters, when you told me to come on your show, my mind kept telling me that it's going to be a mess, that it's going to be embarrassing, that it's going to be awkward, and I won't know what to do or what to say. And I was like, I'm not going to listen to you anymore because this is, like the moment you hesitate might be a moment you would be proud of. Does that make sense? The moment
Yes.
you hesitate to do something might be a moment you'd be proud of yourself for doing this. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I think it is don't hesitate. Whatever makes you feel afraid, just turn that into a thrill and do it. Why not? Try it.
Yes. Yes.
Mm,
Wow. Yeah, that is true. The mind can play games.
yeah,
Wow. I really like that. Okay, so tell us a little bit about yourself, Jenna. So, where are you based and what does a typical day in your life look like?
I am based in Lebanon. It is a small country north of Palestine at the Mediterranean Sea. It is a very beautiful country with a very beautiful climate. And well, my day starts off very simple. Um, like a simple prayer in the morning, a simple meditation to set the tone for the day, some journaling, and then I check my weekly to-do list, revise my goals, and check my progress, and then I can start my day.
Yes,
Pretty simple, but I think that a good morning routine sets the tone for the day. That is what I think.
definitely. Is there one thing that you do every day that's like of habit that if you don't do this, like your whole day will just go bad?
Yeah, I tend to stick to my yoga classes. I practice yoga every day for 20
Ooh.
to 30 minutes. And if I don't do that, I just feel sort of off for some
Mm.
reason. Because yoga and breathing helps you with, like energetically and mentally and physically, all of it. Yeah. So
Wow.
if I don't do that, I just feel, I don't know, I have to have a yoga class in the morning.
Yeah. Get a little bit of
Mhm.
stretching.
Yeah. You can't keep your morning routine or your routine in general. You can't, like keep it, do it every day.
Hmm.
Sometimes there are bad days. So I think that's okay too. That is okay if you don't do that every day. You don't have to beat yourself up for it. It happens.
Yeah, it definitely does. For sure. So, we actually met on Instagram
Yeah.
because we both love books, which is
Yeah.
amazing. Which is amazing. I want
Yeah.
to ask, how long have you been on Bookstagram and what made you start posting?
I haven't been there for so long. I've been there for like since April this year.
Wow.
I used to read lots of books since 2019, I think, and I started posting about the books I read and reviewed first on Inkitt. It is a writing community. So I started posting there for my readers first. And then I decided that I have to take a bigger step so that the world will know about me and my stories. And that is how I ended up on Bookstagram. So now I post there about the books I write and read for everybody. It's a very lovely experience, and the community is pretty supportive. I love that.
Yeah,
I
definitely. I
haven't been
think,
there for so long. Yeah,
yeah, yeah. I feel like Bookstagram is like the most welcoming like community ever. Like, like
yeah,
they really love people, even if they have like obviously different opinions. I feel like we all
yeah.
respect each other.
Different
Um,
opinions and different
yeah,
tastes, but we
yeah,
all, like we're supportive of each other. We respect each other's opinions and tastes, and we support each other. Yeah, that is
yeah,
very nice.
for sure. And like, even if we might not even like a book, it
Mm,
doesn't mean yeah, it doesn't mean that person doesn't have to read the book, and we'll be okay with
yeah,
it.
that's right. We might not be the right audience for this book. That's okay. It happens.
Yes, so we'll be there for quite a while. So yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, so I want to chat a little bit about Inkitt because that's where you write your stories, that's where you publish your stories. So,
that's where I started
how
everything.
long,
Yeah.
yeah, so how long have you been using it?
I've been using it since 2020, I think. 2020 was when I created my account. 2021 was when I first submitted my first story there. The first story was Pieces of the Sun. The first book is still there, but it needs editing. I always say that about all my books. Uh, at first, the book was very lacking indeed, but I didn't see that. I wasn't in a place where I could see that yet. I was in a place where I would get defensive about my stories, where the harsh feedback, just not the harsh feedback, the critical feedback sounded harsh to me. And
Yeah.
so I remember entering the book into a competition on Inkitt and receiving a 3-star review. At first, I was receiving 5-star reviews, but they
Yeah.
were all vague and they didn't help me grow as
Hmm.
a writer. And then I started receiving these 3-star reviews that sounded really clipped and
Hmm.
harsh. And I was like, how dare you say that about my baby? Why would you say that about my story? I got pretty defensive at that time. I remember making a huge mistake defending myself, saying I'm a very great writer and you don't know anything, and like that sort of thing. I was young.
Yeah.
And then I remember crying on my yoga mat. By the way, I've been practicing yoga for 8 years, so
Oh wow.
it has changed my life a lot. Yeah. I remember crying on my yoga mat. I was like, he was, that judge was really harsh. And then I was like, I will show you what I can do. And then I started then my journey in studying the craft of writing and editing because I like to believe that we are all authors in making, and that's not embarrassing at all. It is not embarrassing at all to come out and say, "Oh, I don't know how to do this. I have to learn it," and then just go and learn about it and
Mhm.
hone your skills, right? We are
Yeah.
all learners.
Yeah.
We
So
are
where?
all learners until the very
Yeah.
end. Every day we learn something new, and that is really
Mm,
that's
yeah.
nice.
So
Yeah,
where did you start when you needed, like, where did you start learning more about writing, learning about, how to actually write a book, how to improve? Where did
that
that
was
start?
the moment. That was the moment when I received that review.
Yeah.
And then I remember that same person sent me a copy of his book, and he wrote an autograph for me. He told me that he would be really delighted and honored to read my future work. I was like the same person who who made me feel disappointed in myself and my work was also the same person who gave me a push forward, and he was encouraging me at the
Wow.
same time. So yeah, and from then on I started looking at feedback as a gift. It was something invaluable. It was something really like a treasure, you know? Yeah, I think that was the time when I started taking writing seriously and learning how to write a story, starting from the most three important elements: the plot, the characters, the stake, moving on to the POV, the pacing, you know, all the stuffing of the duck.
Yeah.
And the line editing. The line editing is the worst. Oh my god.
Yeah, and I think feedback is something that, when people hear feedback, they're like, I don't know about
Yeah,
feedback. They're like,
yeah,
well, feedback is supposed to grow you, like, it's supposed to improve your skills. We may not like it,
exactly.
but if it's
Exactly. That is
constructive,
why feedback is there. Mhm. Please go ahead.
yeah, so if it's for our good, and obviously if we're receiving it from the right people. So, like you said,
Yeah,
that person, he'd also written his own books, right? He's
yeah,
also, he's knowledgeable in the area of writing and
yeah.
plot, characters. So you're gonna be your ears are gonna be open to him.
Mm. Yes, his book actually is really amazing. You would just sit down and read it in one sitting. And you're right about if you receive the feedback from the right people, because sometimes people, we have to be honest, sometimes there are people who are there just to pick on you.
Yeah,
So it's important to receive the feedback from people who know about the craft of writing and editing. And then a year ago, I think I submitted the first chapter of my web two colors. I submitted it to another competition on Inkitt, and I got the same judge.
oh
And
wow.
I received feedback, detailed feedback from him. I was like, for 5 minutes, just for 5 minutes. I was like, you're annoying, but you're right. You're so right about this. Just I whined about it for 5 minutes, and then I was like, okay, okay, I can see what you're saying, and I will work to better my writing. I will do that.
Yeah, wow, that's really
It's
helpful actually.
it's really like fascinating how we grow, how these thoughts change about ourselves, about our writing, yeah, about the other people around us. It's just
Yeah.
amazing. Mm.
So would you say that Inkitt is a platform for new writers, so people who are just starting writing?
Yeah, it is a very good space. It is a friendly space for new authors and for readers too, because their authors are able to connect with the right audience and they are able to receive feedback in the form of comments, in the form of reviews. They are also able to receive support. If you create, or if you actually meet the right people there, I have friends there. I have people I call friends over there. Like this tiny online social circle is going to be so supportive of you for every
Mhm.
step. Yeah, I think Inkitt is the perfect place for new authors who are looking for better readers and who are looking to test their stories to see if there is reach or not. Yeah, it's very good.
Wow. All right, so let's chat about some of your books.
Hmm?
So I want to chat about Mending Hearts, one that you
Oh,
published.
my favorite. Yeah.
So is that was that your first book or?
This was my. Let's see. This was my. Okay, wait. I took down one book of Inkitt. So this is like my fifth novel. Yeah, Mending Hearts is my fifth novel, and
Oh wow.
it is everything I learned about writing.
Mhm.
It is everything. It is. I
Everything.
think it's my best work until now. There's no real like. There's true colors now. Again, I love it. I am a big fan of science, and I am a physiologist. I have master's degree in microbiology and I mean, know what? Molecular biology
Yeah.
and physiology. And I was like, I loved reading articles and analyzing them when I was in college. I was like, why not write a medical romance? And then there was like a little short doctor who popped up in the corner of my mind, and she was carrying lollipops, and that was Mandy. I love Mandy. She is a very lovely, sassy character. She's a loving mother. She's fighting for her daughter, Brenna, for her health. I love this. Caldry is also a very kind person, deep down. He comes
Yeah.
back to the hospital where Amanda is working because he wants to avenge his daughter's death.
Mm.
His daughter died on the operating table,
So are
so he
those
comes back to avenge her. But then he meets Amanda.
yeah, so are they the main characters? So Amanda
Yeah,
and
Amanda and
yeah,
Caldry. Yeah,
Calger. Okay.
yeah.
So they meet. Is it like what kind of romance is it?
It's a
Like
closed door romance. A
okay.
kisses only. Yeah.
Yeah, and what are the tropes? Because it's a medical
Um,
romance.
it is a medical romance. There is enemies to lovers.
Ooh.
There, there is. I don't think that I wanted to write it as a grumpy sunshine, but they are both grumpy.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
They're
There
both
is
grumpy.
there is an age gap. Mandy is 29 and Caldry is 36. There is
Mm.
this age gap. It's not a very big age gap, but yeah, it's nice. There is also a height gap.
A height
Mandy
gap.
is very short and Caldry is very tall. Yeah. And they both work as cardiothoracic surgeons. And it so happens that Amanda ends up interning under Caldry's supervision. So yeah, I can
Wow.
imagine the
I'll
drama.
def I'll definitely say that it is a very captivating story. I
It
think
is
just reading the
because
blurb, yeah, just reading the
mm,
blurb, I was like, a medical romance? Like, I've never really
mm,
seen anything like that. So I
I'm
think
planning to.
yeah, so
Yeah.
I think I was reading, I've just started it, but so far
Wow.
I've been really enjoying it. And
Oh.
yeah,
Yeah.
I've been really enjoying it. And I think one thing I noticed about it is that it's really like it's a book that you can actually really immerse yourself in because
Wow.
of the characters.
Mm,
Like I feel like my heart is like gravitating towards them. Like I want to know more about them. And
mm,
like I can just feel like there's gonna be a really deep emotional like connection between the
There
characters,
is.
because
There
one of
is.
the reasons is like just because of like how it starts, like there's tragic, obviously tragic events that occur
Mm,
in both their lives, not just one person's life, but in both their
yeah.
lives. They go through their own share of difficulties, and I think it's really good when authors explore that and get to
Mm,
the root of like why are they connected to each other, why are they drawn to each other, and then if there's an enemies to lovers, we can have fun with that.
yeah. I think you need to prepare the tissues too because oh, I'm gonna make you cry.
Oh no,
Oh my
yeah.
God. I love this book because Mending Hearts, Caldry and Amanda grow together. They grow in love together. And this is what I love about relationships, about romantic relationships. I love the mutual growth in both partners. I love watching them leaning on each other and supporting each other every step of the way. I think that is the very definition of a healthy relationship. And yeah, I like that.
Oh wow. So what inspired you to start writing clean closed door romance? Because that's on your bio, is this
Mm.
is what I write.
Yes, I think I've been writing closed door romance before I realized it was a genre. But this is, a moment of honesty. I had written one book that is not open door, but it was spicier, a bit spicier than closed door. I took it down 2 months ago because I was like, if I am going to be true to myself and true to God, I have to take it down and edit this again, fix it so it should become a proper closed door romance. Because I was like, I wouldn't be able to face myself. I wouldn't be able to face God if that was still there and other people were reading it. And I wanted my readers to read closed door. I wanted them to be comfortable. I wanted them to know what is coming in the story, to expect that the romance is going to be closed door. It's not going to be open door or anything like
Yeah.
that. I respect, of course, other people's taste, but yeah, I write closed door romance.
Yes, and you're doing
Other
great.
me,
You're doing
thank you,
amazing.
thank you so much.
Yes, and just touching on that, like how important is
Mm,
it that your books focus on some aspect of faith and God?
I think this is the root of everything. Everything starts with faith in God, faith in yourself, faith in others, faith in every step you take. It is all rooted down to having faith in God. That is why it is important to portray it in book because even if we're writing fiction, we are writing characters that are relatable,
Yeah.
characters that have a piece of us in them. So yeah, I think it's important to focus on that too, bring it to life. It's the root of everything.
Oh, love that. It is.
Mm,
And I think
yeah.
also just because you have to follow your convictions. Like if you feel in your heart that I'm not being true to myself, I'm not being true to my friends, my family, because they're
Mm,
also gonna read. They're gonna read your books. They're gonna find your books one day,
yeah.
and they're gonna be like, "Is this really you?" They'll be like, "Is this really Jenna? Jenna is like this? What?" So it's like they're looking at a mirror. Like I feel like that's also another thing. Like when somebody's reading your book, they're also looking at you in a way.
Yeah.
They're like, okay, this is a reflection of Jenna.
Yeah.
Because I feel like when we're writing, we pour ourselves into the book, like parts of ourselves into the book. So even for you, like,
So true.
what do you think, like, did you pour into your book that kind of resembles your own experiences, your own thoughts, and your own ideas in real life?
I think it is more of that my characters taught me new things in life. What my characters discovered and what my characters went through taught me a lot. For example, Tasha and Hazel from True Colors, they have taught me that it is okay to ask for help, that it's okay to lean on others. Because I've always been a person who couldn't depend on anyone. I was always independent, you know. I always thought I have to be strong. But then there was a time when things happened and I just crashed. And I was like, it's okay to be weak. They taught me that it's okay to be weak because being weak isn't human. It's
Hmm.
not something to be looked down upon. They taught me that it's okay to lean on others. It's okay to tell someone what is going on with you. It's okay to receive help from others. That is all okay. Caldre and Amanda taught me what true love looks like. They
Wow.
taught me that it should be based on mutual trust, support, love, leaning into the other person, you know? Oh my God, I love them. They taught me a
Wow.
lot, like they gave me pieces
Yeah.
of me that I was looking for. They gave
Wow.
me these pieces. Mm.
Wow. That's
So
beautiful
now,
because
yeah,
writing is also it's you're connecting to the characters and it's an emotional journey because
mm,
you're learning about yourself, you're learning about the world especially.
yes,
So, wow. I
yes.
love that.
I learned through them. I learned a lot through them. And I'm, like so glad that they came to me and met me. I
Yeah.
don't think it's the other way around. The characters that make us.
Exactly. Oh my gosh. And like what would would you say a lot of research goes into like creating characters?
Yeah, yeah. There is a lot of research, be it medical research. Mending Hearts is so full of medical research. Yeah, I enjoyed that a lot. True Colors is full of more artistic stuff because they are both artists. And honestly, I'm shocked because I'm more of a science person. I was like, why art? I don't know. But I've learned a lot. I've learned a lot through them. I learned
Oh,
a lot about color blindness and how someone with prosthetics should take care of their prosthetic arms or prosthetic limbs. I was like, I'm shocked at the amount
wow.
of research that goes into books, but it is
Wow.
exciting and it is required to make the books realistic. Sticking to the facts is important. Yeah.
Definitely. I think even for
Mm.
myself, because I am writing my own story, and a
What?
lot,
What your
a lot
story
of.
is about?
I'll tell you later, but I'll share a little
Okay.
bit. But what I'm
Okay.
really enjoying is the research part because I'm having to, like, I get ideas everywhere. Like, I'll be going
Yeah.
outside for a walk and I'm just like thinking, oh my gosh, I could totally talk about this in my book. I need to go speak to this person. I need to go here. And, like, because my book is like one of my MCs, right? She's, no, FMCs, right? She's a florist. So it's like I
Yeah.
need to go speak to somebody who's an expert in
On
flowers.
flowers. Yeah.
I
Wow,
need to
that's so
learn more.
beautiful. Yeah.
Yes.
Right now, right now I'm like I am researching still some techniques for colorblind artists. So yeah, I think it's fun. It's fun how much our characters make us learn. And
Yeah.
you're suddenly a florist and an artist and a doctor and all those,
Yes.
including being a writer. In addition to being a writer, you are all those things. It's
Exactly.
fascinating. Yeah,
We're living different lives. That's what we're doing.
exactly.
It's amazing. We love it.
Mm.
Okay. So I have another question. So when it comes to the name of your books, where do they come from? Like, where do you get the inspiration for naming your books?
Oh,
Like,
I
do you
honestly,
name them? do you name them before you write the book, or is it after you write the book?
No, I think True Colors, I think I named the book when I was drafting it at the very end of the drafting phase, but
Yeah.
I still remember that I had different titles for it. They were all horrible. Yeah, none of them fit. I don't remember how I named Mending Hearts. I have no idea. Probably because Amanda and Caldray mend each other's hearts. So
Oh,
that's how I came to it. I
that
don't
is
remember how I named
sweet.
it, honestly.
That
Sometimes
is
I come
sweet.
up with the title before writing down the story. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah,
sometimes it's like this.
yeah, it happens. Just don't you
Mm,
guys just don't use AI or ChatGPT
yeah. No,
to
no,
create your title. No. We have
no, 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 no.
we
Mm,
ban AI here. No, none of
yeah,
that.
no, none of that. None of
Yeah,
that. Just use your beautiful big brain.
exactly.
Exactly.
Yeah. Trust yourself.
Just
Trust
go
your
out to brainstorm with your Bookstagram friends or brainstorm with your cousins and siblings and family. Okay, just don't go use AI, y'all. Don't do that.
Yes, you heard Jenna. Don't be using AI. For sure. Ah, definitely. Okay, so the next segment of our chat. So I asked some of your followers, Jenna, to ask you some questions. So some of your followers had a few questions. Do you want to
Oh
answer
my
them?
god. Who did you ask? My Inkitt followers or my IG followers?
IG followers. I
Oh
think
my god.
I think they follow you on both on your Inkitt and your IG.
Oh my god.
Prepare your
So do you have their names or are they going to be anonymous questions?
We'll have to talk about that. Okay. Okay, so
Okay.
the first question they asked is this one here. So they said,
Do you
do
think
you think
social media
social media changes how we experience books?
do you think social media changes how we experience books? I think it does in a good and a bad way. I think it depends. Social media is a tool, just like any other tool. If you use it the right way, you're going to find the right things for you. You're going to write the right people, find the right community, find the right books for you. And if you use it the bad way, I think it will lead you the other way, probably.
Mm, yeah.
How we experience books as in I think I'm not getting the question.
No, I think you answered perfectly. I think you get from it what you're searching for. And
Yeah.
it's also a matter on also how you see the world as well, and
Mm.
the books that you typically read.
I
Or
think also social media helped a lot bring authors and readers together.
yeah.
Yeah. No, I think it is a very, especially our Bookstagram. I mean, it is a very supportive community. You just have to find the right people there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it will stack up your TBR because so many
Yeah. That
recommendations.
is the biggest problem of my life. I already have like 100 plus books on my TBR. Stop adding good books to it. Stop giving me good books to read.
Yeah, guys, stop. I need to finish the books already. I have so many that I'm
Yeah.
literally. And talking
Mm.
about books, I saw one of your favorite books was A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, which is also my favorite book. Um,
It's one of my favorites. I love that series. Yeah.
oh, I remember doing a vlog. I did a YouTube vlog a couple years
Mm.
back, reading the whole book. I was looking crazy, like my whole everything was highlighted. I have like I'll send you a picture of like the way that the amount of annotations that I took. It's
Yeah,
crazy. There were so many plot twists, loopholes, like it was crazy. But I loved it.
I loved it. I loved the series, especially, the very last book, As Good as Dead. I think I finished that book in one day.
Oh my
I
gosh.
still remember shaking. I'm not going to give you spoilers if
Don't.
some of our audience didn't read them. I remember shaking. I was reading this and shaking, and mom was talking to me, and I was like, "What? No, I don't understand what you're saying. Sing again. I'm
But
not
yeah,
here."
when I finish
That,
reading this series, I will let you know. But I'm not finished
oh,
yet.
you haven't finished that? Oh my
I'm
god.
shocked. I'm shocked as well. I'm still not finished. I
Yeah,
have
you are in for a lot of drama.
yeah.
It's a huge thriller. I loved it.
You know what? I'll make it a plan to read it during the spooky season,
Mm,
October. So I'll do that.
okay. Well, we'll be looking forward to that then.
Yes. Okay, so the next follower Q&A is, if your bookshelf could talk, what secrets would it spill out?
If my bookshelf could talk, it would say, "Please get more books. I mean, more more shelves."
Oh
That,
my
that's my subconscious talking. It's
oh my
gonna say, "Please get more shelves for these books." I don't have space on my bookshelf anymore. I don't have space. And I keep buying new books, and I'm like, where am I gonna put them? I can't keep piling books on the floor.
oh
I
my
have to do
gosh.
something about what secrets would it spill out. It would also tell me to finish that book that I stopped reading a month ago. And
Oh my
please,
gosh.
please stop adding more books and read us.
No, but like I I've got so many books. I literally put some of my I no I well I moved it now, but I would put bookshelves on my windowsill and on the floor because I had no space whatsoever.
I yeah, I have no space. I don't know what to do. I was gonna order a whole new bookshelf, but life keeps throwing curveballs, and that has to wait.
Seriously. Yes. So would you say you're a book physical book girl or ebook? Do you read books?
I'm both.
Or...
I'm both. I don't mind reading an ebook and an ebook or a physical book. That's okay. At first. I started reading ebooks only, but I think these past 3 years I started hoarding more books. Yeah, more physical books.
the way you started hoarding books. In the
Yeah,
past 3 years, I just started hoarding books. I started reading books. Literally. Okay, so the next question I have is, what are some writing tips you would give to someone who is afraid to write or just not experienced in creative writing?
I think none of us begins as experienced in creative writing. We are all inexperienced in some area, and that's totally okay because you are you can learn. That is okay. Don't be afraid. Write your story just as it is. Write using your voice. Um, I think the right people will come to you, and your book will land in the right hands. And
Yeah.
if you're afraid that the idea of your book is similar or the same to someone else's book, that's okay to write it because you have a different voice. Who knows? You might be able to add a twist to it. You might be able to change something, make it more unique. Don't underestimate your beautiful big brain. Again, what else? Um, Write and don't worry about it being messy. It's okay, write it down messy. You can fix it later. You don't have to worry about that. Mm, what else? And don't force yourself to write. I would like to say that to authors who are going through a writer's block. I've seen a lot of my friends going through writer's block lately, and I would tell them to not force it because forcing it appears in your writing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the kind of person who goes with the flow. So if my characters want to talk to me, I'm open to listening. If they don't want to talk, I'm not going to force them to tell me anything because one way or another, they are going to come back to me and talk to me and tell me their story. It's the characters that make their own story, not us. We're just like a vessel to write their stories.
Yes, we definitely are a vessel.
um,
Beautifully said.
so, yeah, to all the authors who are going through a writer's block, I think live your life is the best advice to give them because life is full of inspiration. Life, life, it's full of all things you need. Do whatever you like, whether you do gardening, baking, coloring, art, music, piano, I don't know, swimming, going out, go for a walk, talk to friends, brain dump, do anything, move your body,
Mm,
like live your life, and things will just slow down and this mind block will end because everything ends.
yes, it does. Yeah, and I
Mm,
think there are a lot of authors who are just like sitting, waiting to write their book.
yeah,
You
yeah.
know, it has to
I've
come
seen lots
natural.
of them
Yeah.
being like, oh, I'm in a writer's block. What am I going to do? Like every single day, waiting for the words to come. Don't do that. Don't do that. Because if you do that, it's going to stick. It's not going to end.
Hmm.
It's going to stick, and that's worse.
True. Okay, so now we're moving on to the last segment of this chat, and we have some hotspot questions. And I
Oh my
like
God.
I like the hotspot questions. Okay, they're my favorite. Okay. Okay, so
Okay.
the first hotspot question is, I wish I had drum rolls or something like that. Is, if you could step into the pages of any romance novel for a day, which one would you choose and why?
Hmm. Can I choose one of my books?
I don't know.
um, I think it would be It's Always Sunny by Kate Watson because Parker has very nice friends who are supportive of her every step of the way. Parker has gone through a lot. She, her parents, she has, like this complicated relationship with her parents, and she's always trying to be perfect and such. And her friends are so supportive of her. They always tell her that you don't need to be perfect to be loved. Mm, I also liked her relationship with Sunny. At first, Sonny was the kind of guy who couldn't see Parker for who she is. He was always trying to keep her happy all the time, and that made her ignore her true feelings and her struggles. So he couldn't see that in Parker, and that
Mm,
is why they drifted apart at first. But the growth, both of them, Parker and Sonny, they both like grow up and then come back together, and this growth was fascinating. This and the fact that there was a family reunion in the story So they were all
Mhm.
playing games together, and there was challenges and
Oh.
such. It was nice. I think I would like to be there, like play with Sunny's family and be
Yeah.
with Harper, support her. Yeah, that would be nice.
Yeah. It's definitely an experience to step
Yeah,
into the book of a novel. There is a Korean drama. I don't know. It's like an anime. I don't know. It's not an anime, but it's a Korean drama where I think it was the this woman. I think she steps into a novel, and I can't remember what the movie it's called, but it's a really good drama, and
I
it's
think you're talking about Extraordinary You. She steps
extraordinary.
into a webtoon. She steps into a webtoon, right?
Possibly, it was a long time ago.
Yeah,
I watched
yeah.
it. Yeah, but I probably wouldn't hope for some of those books where people are dying. I don't know if I would say yes to like a fantasy, like just step into a fantasy novel where everybody's doing crazy spells on each other. I don't know,
Yeah,
but
no. I don't think if it's, like a fantasy, if it is a romantasy, I don't think I'm gonna step into that. It's a huge mess.
exactly.
Yeah.
Maybe if I was getting the romance, the love, the friendships, you know,
Mm.
maybe for a day. But yeah. Okay, so the next hotspot question is
I want to know whose questions are those. Who of my followers is asking that, or
oh,
is it you?
you'll never know. You will never know.
Oh,
Okay, so if you could wake up tomorrow with one extraordinary talent, what would it be?
it is the ability to write what goes in my mind without actually having a pen and a paper. Getting it written down just as it is before it changes and becomes this huge mess on the paper. I would love that.
Oh my gosh. Like, you're just praying that they can see right through your brain. They have, like, telepath. I don't even know what I'm calling it, but
Yeah, I always hoped they would invent some sort of typewriter that would read my mind and type things down on its own.
gosh, that is so crazy. And you know what's so crazy about God is our tears. There was a Bible verse that talks about how even our tears are prayers. So I'm just like, if God can do it, like, that's amazing. So,
Yeah,
yeah. Okay, so for our next one, we got two more. Suppose your fictional characters joins you at the dinner table. What would you cook for them?
oh, if I'm having Hazel and Sasha at my dinner table, I would cook them a Spanish tortilla
Ooh.
and some side salad with it. There's a lot of cooking in True Colors. I don't remember the dishes anymore, but yeah, I would totally go back to the book and see all the dishes and do them.
Yeah, girl, send me the cookbook. Send me the menu.
Okay,
I need
all
some
of them.
I need some
And I
recipes.
would cook them a Spanish and Italian cuisine. Yeah.
For sure. For sure. In True Colors, are they are your main characters Italian, or like I'm just wondering where it's set, like where's the story set?
Hmm. Hazel is half Italian and half Spanish. Her mother is Spanish. And
Okay.
Sasha is not Italian, but he's living there.
Okay.
He's half Spanish and half French.
Okay. That's good because I can ask you questions because the MC that I'm creating is Italian. So
Mm,
yeah.
yeah.
That'll be good
They
to
are
see.
living there though. Yeah.
Yeah.
So ketchup on your pizza, please.
Definitely. Okay, so our last question is, if you could give a piece of advice to your 15-year-old self, what would it be?
To my 15-year-old self, I would say the moment you hesitate, when you feel that you are hesitating about something, do it. Do that thing. Because you won't know if it's going to be good or bad for you unless you do it. And don't listen to what your mind tells you. Don't listen at all. What else would I tell my 15-year-old self? You're going to be an author one day, a very beloved author, and your stories are going to end in the right hands. Trust God fully, completely, wholly, because every step of your way is planned by Him and only Him, and His plans are much better than yours. Yeah,
Amen.
always
Love
trust.
that. I love that. Honestly, I don't want to go back to my 50-year-old self, but if I could tell her one thing, I would just say
Mhm.
everything's going to be perfect. Everything's going to work out.
Yeah,
You don't need
yeah.
to
I
worry.
would, I would also tell her that it's okay if you don't make friends. High school was really bad, you know. It
Mm,
wasn't a very nice experience for me. So I would tell her that it's okay. In a few years, you're going to meet your best friend,
yeah.
and you're going to stay friends forever. You don't have to worry about that. Also, you don't have to worry about people who pull you down and who try to crush your potential. They do that because they can see the potential in you and they
Mm,
are scared of what you are capable of. So don't listen to them. Just that's it.
yeah. Wise words from Jenna.
Thank you.
Amen. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to be wrapping up now, but I just want to open the floor, Jenna. If you want to say
Mhm.
anything or if you want to say, hey, read my book. This is the book you should
Yeah,
read.
I want to say hi, universe. Hi, Bookstagram, Authorgram. Hello to my family and friends, to my cousin Jasmine, who is, by the way, writing a book too, and to my friends Joel, Gwen, Onyx, Vanessa, Sharon. Did I forget anyone? Thank you so much for being in my life. Thank you. Thank you so much for being my pillar of support all these years through the good and the bad. Uh, I love you so much. My books are all on Inkitt. There is Mending Heart. There is Pieces of the Sun, the first book, the first part of the story, and there are two collections of short stories. If you want to read my books, I would be delighted to hear from you and hear your thoughts. They are all on Inkitt for free. True Colors is coming to Inkitt hopefully at the end of the year, so we'll look forward to it. Follow me on Inkitt and Instagram. That was Jenna Penrose. Thank you so much for having me today, Noku. That
Yes.
was a very nice experience. Thank you so
Oh,
much.
it was lovely
I
chatting
enjoyed my
with
time.
you. Of course. Bless you, girl.
Thank
Definitely.
you.
So thank you so much for watching, everyone. Go support Jenna.
Thank you so much
I'll link,
for watching.
yeah, I'll link below her details to her books, her Inkitt, and her Instagram. Thank you for watching. Bye.
Thank you.